So I just wanted to make a short video and just kind of give my opinion on the housing market of 2023. See and kind of give like a little bit of a forecast of what I'm seeing and just overall my sentiment with mortgages and real estate. So first thing is the real estate crash. Do I believe that that's on the horizon? And wholeheartedly, absolutely not. I'm just looking at the facts here. So two things. I look at overall inventory of the housing market. So we're at a deficit of overall inventory of houses that includes active listings and pending sales. So we are down a huge deficit of active inventory on the market right now on a national average. There's too much demand and not enough supply. So that in itself is not going to make more houses enter the market. So in order to have a recession, there would have to be a huge inventory surplus. So if there's no surplus in inventory, then there's not really going to be a crash there. The other thing I look at is mortgage delinquencies. So CoreLogic came out with one of their statistics that shows that year over year we're actually down 0.07% in mortgage delinquencies from delinquencies of around 90 to around 120 days. So people are actually still making their mortgage payments, even though you have layoffs, even though you have a lot of bad sentiment in the economy. Yes, credit card debt is up, credit card balances are up, but people are still making their mortgage payments. So we're actually at one of the point in history where right now mortgage delinquencies are at an all-time low. So couple low inventory and then very low mortgage delinquency rates, it's very hard to justify a housing market crash just based off those two numbers. The other thing I'm seeing in terms of forecasting for the rest of this year, I'm actually pretty positive about. So the last 10 to 12 months have been a little bit more difficult just because, hey, you have a lot of bad news going around, bad sentiment, which kind of deters people from purchasing homes. You have a little bit higher interest rates, low inventory, so housing affordability may not be the best. But now you're getting to a point where we're actually at one of the lower points of interest rates. So the Mortgage Backers Association, they stated that September of 2022 was our peak for interest rates. Since September of 2022, we've actually decreased in interest rates, giving more housing affordability to buyers. Now, there is some seasonality with this too, in terms of overall affordability of homes, because now you still have houses that are, some may not be able to afford. But it's a lot better than it was 10 to 12 months ago when you were still in a lot of multiple offer situations, going $10,000 to $20,000 over the list price, not getting seller concessions. In today's market, we are seeing that, and it really just depends what area you're in or what price point you're at. But I am seeing a lot more FHA government loans being accepted with seller concessions, with inspections, and not as many multiple offer situations. So all good things for buyers, really. The National Association of Realtors actually came out recently stating that on average, we're up 2.5% in terms of home sales. That's huge, considering that we're still in a bearish market because of seasonality, and we're still up 2.5% on average month over month. Going into spring and summer, that gives me a lot of positivity. And then finally, looking at the National Association of Home Builders, they actually, with a reduction of interest rates, their builder confidence has actually broken a 12-month, basically a 12-month negativity. So this is the first month where where a builder confidence is actually higher. So basically, you couple that with lower lumber prices, lower cost of materials, that could end up helping builders build more single-family homes. I don't think it's going to be, a huge impact to the housing market or anything like that, but it does help bring more inventory into the market, and it is much needed. And really, just those are really just the statistics that I go off of. So from CoreLogic, the National Association of Realtors, the Mortgage Bankers Association. You could look at Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac. There's a lot of good things being put in the news today, so I'm really, really excited about that. And overall, just from my personal experience, from the agents that I speak to, the other loan officers that I speak to, a lot of people have a lot of positivity going into the spring and summer season. So I think that, hey, if you've been struggling the last couple months or even the last year or so, don't give up. Now is the time to, really get into the market, start, getting back to your marketing plans and everything, making sure that you're, doing what you need to do on a daily basis to increase your overall productivity. So yeah, I'm very excited about the housing market this year. I think it's going to be, pretty good year actually.